Today, I'll be surviving 100 days in the zombie apocalypse world. However, these are no ordinary zombies. If I get hit by them, they have a chance of infecting me with a deadly virus that will kill me. As the days increase, the difficulty meter will rise, making the zombies faster, stronger, and able to sense you from further away. I'll have to make guns, bases, and aircrafts just to survive as the zombies get stronger. But enough chaos, let's get into the video. On day 1, I was immediately greeted with zombies. I noticed I spawned in with some items, most notably a gun. Then I used that gun to kill the zombies. Wow, these guys are fast. Get back, bro. Oh, shoot. There we go. We got about a stack of ammo here. I then noticed that I spawned near an abandoned city. But before I go into that, I got some basic stone tools and weapons, so I wouldn't be going in naked. Don't forget, it's difficulty level 0, and it's only going to get harder. I bridged into the city and broke in. The number one thing I'm trying to avoid right now is being stuck in the night. So if I can find a bed here, that would be pretty nice. I went into the abandoned building, and there was literally nothing but a furnace. Oh, I'll gladly take that. Thank you. I then went into another building and basically pooed my pants. Oh no. Bro, what is that? What is that? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that one. Suddenly, I noticed that the sun was setting, and I didn't have a bed. My only hope of surviving the night was the island I found. You know what? Going to that island right there. Going to that island. I made some torches from the coal I got from the city and lit up the entire island. It's gonna be my safe spot for the night. Can't believe it's already nighttime. Couldn't even find a bed. Guess I'm stuck here for the night. Difficulty's still at 0.0, so at least that's a good thing. Not gonna have to worry about them being too aggressive for now. After defending myself from many zombies, I got fed up and made a temporary wooden shelter. Hopefully that will keep myself safe throughout the night. After making the shelter, I discovered that I could cook rotten flesh. Wait a minute. You can cook this rotten flesh, so it's edible. And after a long night, the sun finally rose on day 2. So I made a boat and kept exploring. Eventually, I found a different place I wanted to stop by and explore. Alright, main objective, get a bed. Number 1 priority over everything else right now. I then stumbled upon a base thing, but didn't find anything. But I took the iron door because I could possibly use that for my own base. I kept exploring and found a suspicious structure. So I went closer to it and... Oh... Do they have guns? These guys got enchanted AK-47s, bruh. And after that traumatizing experience, I stumbled upon another base thing that seemed to have some loot in it this time. Let's go! Iron. Yes. I then made the base thing my temporary settlement, as there was not much hope I get a bed to sleep, so I might as well find a place to stay now. I proceeded to make the mine and found some coal and copper. It then turned night, and I foolishly went outside and I attracted some zombies to the base. Oh yeah, they're starting to spawn. Okay. Oh, he sees me. Can't get in, loser. Alright, so right now I only have this gun, but in order to make better and like more efficient guns, is to get a gunsmith table, and that requires quite a bit of iron and some logs, and from there we can basically make any gun and as much ammo as we need. So I went down in my mine and started mining for the iron I need for the gunsmith table, and while I was mining for some iron, I found some gold, which will be really helpful since you need gold to make gold apples, which are the cure to the virus if you get infected. On day 3 I mined the gold and kept mining for a considerable amount of time. Oh, lapis too. I'm gonna need that to make something, I think. I don't know. As I came up, I realized it was night again. There were too many zombies, so I was trapped in my base until the day, so I just smelted some ores. Alright, so we definitely have enough iron to make this now. We just don't have the wood. I packed up and waited for the day. There was only one problem, though. The zombies have sensed me, and now there are multiple surrounding the base, so I thought of a genius plan. I have a plan to escape. Hear me out. Hear me out here. Oh my gosh. Holy... Okay, yeah, I'm out of here. Ooh. It was day 4 by the time I cleared the zombies out. It was raining and this whole situation sucked. I needed wood, so I planned to travel to the nearest place with trees. Needless to say, I sidetracked and found something interesting. Ooh, what is this? Hold on now. Oh my! Whoa, this is huge. Oh, shit. I departed from the ruins and kept exploring. Wait, is this guy... Wait, hold up. Yo. Unfortunately, I did have to kill him, but he did drop a backpack, which was nice. I put the backpack on, and when I opened it, there was some more iron. Finally, I made it to a place where there was trees, which actually what I was planning to do the whole time. Just kind of got a bit sidetracked there. After getting some wood, I came across a shipwreck looking thing. I looted that and got back to looking for a place to settle. Sheep. Oh my god, my savior. Oh my gosh. I killed them and got a bed. Finally, at last I could sleep through the night, but not every night, as something bad coming soon will prevent me from doing so. On day 5, I went out on my boat and found the shipwreck. I looted the shipwreck and followed the treasure map to the X. Little did I know. And after digging in the wrong spot for probably half the day, I finally found it. Look at where it was and look where I dug. Such a fool. Such a fool. I looted the treasure and headed out of there. And when I approached the land to sleep, I came across a zombie, which I tried to kill with my gun until I actually realized I was out of ammo. If I wanted more ammo, I need that gunsmith table bad. And on day 6, my main goal was to get a golden apple. So if I get infected by a zombie, I would have an antidote to the virus. For that, I would need an apple, which I did not have. I tried getting an apple from leaves, but that didn't work. But by pure coincidence, I found a village. Is that a village? Oh my gosh, it's a village. Please be an apple in there. I looted the village and did not find a single apple. So I went to some leaves and punched them. And guess what? I didn't find an apple. What is that? Yeah, that building right there. It's very interesting. Bro, I almost just died there. Anyway, on day 7, I went back to being a bum and punched leaves for an apple, which I didn't even find, yet again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He just broke through. Oh my gosh. So I kept exploring for the ultimate quest for an apple, which should be easy at face value, but for some reason it was hard. Dude. Dude, what is that? Oh my. Hold on. That's like a castle looking thing. After looting some ruins, I made my way to the castle and looted it. Bro, this is sick. Yes! Yes! Finally! Yes, let's go. And finally, I got the apple I needed to make some golden apples. So I did just that. And after a bit of touring the place, I went into bed an accomplished man with a golden apple in his possession. At the start of day 8, I looked around and looted the castle some more and said farewell and continued my journey to find a place to settle. Not that long after, I found another village which I looted. I climbed up on the village mountain and decided that it'd be a good spot to settle and make base, since it was away from the zombies and wasn't a desert. So I tidied the mountain up a bit so I can build on it easier for the next day. And on day 9, I cleaned up the mountain fully and started making the base. It took a while, but I eventually got a roof over my head, and I also made a gunsmith table. What? Luckily though, after hitting the floor a couple times, it reappeared. I almost had a heart attack that was gone forever. Anyway, I finished up the base for now and looked into some guns I can make with the gunsmith table. You know what? We're gonna go for this SKS tactical rifle. Wait, I can make this right now, never mind. And so history was made. I officially made my first gun. It was beautiful. Oh my gosh. Give me this, bro. Bro, I got a gun now. I made some ammo, loaded her up, and now I'm him. I looked for some scopes to add to the gun, but the ones I wanted required amethyst shards, which I didn't have. Then I proceeded to do the most stupid thing ever. The blue moon rises? Wait, what did that just do? Blue moon. I never got to find out what the blue moon ever was, but I slept through that day, so forever I will regret doing that. So for this retro 3x scope that I wanted, I would need some redstone, iron, and amethyst shards. So I went mining for those. But before I went mining, I tested my gun out, and that got me overconfident, so I planned to get my get back later at those pillagers who shot me. Anyway, I went mining and found what I thought was gold. Oh, gold. Give me that. Give me that gold. Wait. Sulfur? Yeah, you know lichen, that stuff that looks like diamonds just to fake you. That's basically sulfur, but for gold. Scare money, don't make money. Scare money, don't make money. Okay, what is this? Raw potassium. Bruh, dude, I'm scared. I don't like this. I'm hearing some suspicious stuff. Wow. Redstone. There's redstone there, I need that. Okay. I don't like it, man. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my. Oh, I'm about to have a heart attack, bro. After that, I don't think I went in the cave ever again. It was way too scary. Nonetheless, I still got iron and redstone, but not amethyst. I needed that for the scope that I wanted. So to solve this problem on day 12, I grabbed a boat and looked if I could spot any geodes hidden underwater. And I didn't find a thing, so I pulled up next to the beach and slept. And on day 13, I headed back on foot. Alright, came back empty-handed. Man. Anyway, I crafted some more bullets and made another scope that was worse, but didn't require amethyst to make it. I put the scope on, and it was actually pretty sick. Oh yeah, and I could use my zoom on top of this. Oh yeah. And on day 14, the roll was discovered. Holy shoot. I just realized what this combat roll is. I have a multi-roll 4, grants extra rolls. Hey, multi-roll. What if I multi-rolled? You know, I'm feeling devious today. You know what I want to do? I'm going to go to that pillager outpost. Since I've got this upgrade, I'm just going to snipe them all out one by one until they're all dead, and I'll go and loot their whole place. Is that where they stay? Little did I know, this was a very, very terrible mistake. They're dead now. Look what I got, bro. I know that one probably has no loot, but this one, there might be some good loot in there. Combat roll, combat roll, combat roll, combat roll. I scouted the place out to see how many there were. Wait, they just respawn? Oh, they're respawning. What? Yes. Yes, they did respawn. And you know what I did? I went to raid them anyway. I set my spawn point, but I got interrupted. What does that sound? Whoa! Okay, that's a lot of damage. Whoa. Oh. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Bro, I can't fight them. They're just respawning. That ain't fair, bro. Yes, you're about to die. And you know what you should do? You should go home. Go home. But no. I did something else. I went to their base and found it. Amethyst. That's exactly what I need. This way. This way. Yes. Okay, wait. I need a bit more of those. Oh my god. That's right. I got just what I wanted. And then I got greedy and went for more. For some reason. I don't know. So I went outside, and by this time I should be thinking about booking it. But no, I try to hide for whatever reason and I immediately get shot at. And my fight or flight kicks in and I die on the spot. If you didn't know, when you die in a zombie apocalypse, you have to kill your corpse to regain your stuff. So for the next while, I just kept spam dying and respawning like an absolute loser until I basically got my stuff back. They just kept coming. They just kept respawning. I thought I could defeat them, but I couldn't. So I dug far away, and when I peeked outside, it was nighttime. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh, that's not good. Them zombies are going to be after me, man. I'm going to have to run for my life. I'm so dumb. Oh! Oh! How did we survive that? How did we get out of that? There's no way. How? I finally made it back. So I made a platform to kind of see the zombies, I guess, and hope to group them up to kill them for loot, mostly for the gunpowder for ammo. So on the morning of day 15, I did just that. Now with the gunpowder I got, I made some more ammo. But then suddenly, out of nowhere, it happened for the first time. Whoa. What? That sound right there is a horde. Oh boy. Oh nah. Oh nah, man. Bro, you guys can't get me. But for real though, how am I gonna kill these guys? Bruh. Just give me free loot at this point. Impending dread prevents you from... What the hell, man? Oh my god. Am I dead? Going down here. I can't do nothing, bro. Do you see that guy, bro? He just threw a lava bucket at me. It's only difficulty number 7 and it's day 15. What's gonna happen on day 90? What's gonna happen on day 95? I'm cooked. Okay, I'm locked in. I'm so locked in. I'm so locked in right now. It's only getting worse. No way this guy follows me up. It's turning daytime. It's turning daytime. Yes, 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 please. Alright, that was my last bullet. I'm gonna have to use this now. Give me that loot though. Ooh. When I picked that up, that just spoke ammo to me. For the first time, I defeated a horde. First of many. But I had my priorities straight, and I went out to gather some more wood because I needed some bad. After that, I smelted some more rotten flesh up, which is my main food source, sadly, but it works. It also makes me accountable though. If you really wrap your head around it, those are humans, and they're just unalived and came back to life. So technically, I'm Yeah. On day 17, I kept building the new cobblestone platform. By now, I built up a decent collection of these gunmetal ingots that drop from zombies, so I was curious what they did. Turns out it's a part of another gun mod, and it's the base material to craft any gun in this mod, so I'd need quite a lot of this gunmetal in the future if I wanted more guns. There's also another workstation for this mod, but it requires a diamond, so I'd have to go mining to get that. So as I got down to the mines, I blocked off every path so no zombies could get close. The last thing I would want is a zombie coming from behind me and infecting me while I was mining. Once I got to diamond level, I started making a bunker there as a last resort, but I doubt I'll ever use that, but you never know. I finished making the bunker on day 18 and kept mining for that one diamond I'd need for that second gun table, called a weapon printer, I think. And after a while, I did it. It was beautiful. I found my first diamonds. I mined them and got out of there as fast as I could because I absolutely despise mining. The sounds of zombies in caves, like, they're actually gonna make me puke. The first thing I did on day 19 was make a weapon printer. There you go. And after a while looking around, I landed on the GM6 Lynx. The hardest part for making this gun was the gunmetal ingots and gun internals, which are made from gunmetal ingots. So I crafted what little gunmetal nuggets I had into ingots, and that left me with 9 ingots. I knew I needed more, so I started looking for more ways to get gunmetal ingots, and I learned that you can actually craft a gunmetal ingot by fusing an iron and copper ingot into a gunmetal mesh, which if smelted would give me a gunmetal ingot. So on day 20, I went mining to get some more copper and iron. And while I was mining, I found 2 ancient debris shards and some zinc. I don't know what they do, but they're just there, so yeah, I took them. On day 21, I farmed a couple of trees just outside the house and made a tree farm on my base. I started mining again to get the materials to make that OP gun. And on day 22, I mined. Did I mine for that whole day, man? That's kind of bad. It's also kind of good though, because you got loads more ore to smelt and make gunmetal ingots from. And also my tree farm was working. Top 5 creation. Turns out I'm 1 gold ingot short of making this gun. So I went mining again, and literally I found more diamonds than gold that day. It's absolutely atrocious and completely unacceptable. There's nothing. It's hopeless. We're gonna have to find another way. I think we're just gonna have to find it naturally spawning somewhere. So on day 25, I began my adventure to find gold naturally spawning in shipwrecks or something, because I mined for a day and a half and didn't find anything. That gives me scars. Scars to this day. Pesky little pillagers. Anyway, the first place I checked was a desert village nearby. There was no gold. I then came across a mesa biome, which had a more likelihood of there being gold. And after about 2 seconds of searching, I found absolutely nothing. So on the water I went. I went looking for a shipwreck and didn't find a thing. So I went to the nearest island and slept. Wait a minute. I see a castle. Maybe that can offer me some gold. I explored basically the whole castle and was about to leave until I came across this. Wait a minute. Oh! No! There's gold. Just nuggets. Nuggets of them. Oh, that's thunderstorm? I think I can sleep through that. 6 nuggets. You gotta be clowning. These stupid villagers can't even muster up 1 gold ingot. Not 1, but take my gold nuggets, because nuggets are so valuable, right? Anyway, I needed 3 more nuggets until I could finally make a completed gold ingot that would allow me to finally make the gun. And after a bit of traveling, I came across a ruined structure looking place. I was honestly praying for some gold, and that prayer got answered with a single nugget. Honestly, at this point, I was about to crash out for the first time in Minecraft. That's how bad. I don't even have any words. Like, that's just how bad it was. Then I came across another village. Not even a nugget this time. No nuggets, just plain nothing. No gold. Gold! Gold nugget, gold nugget. Wait, I need 1 more. 1 more gold nugget. No. Hey, but I was by a village, so I went to that and saw a blacksmith. So I thought surely there was gold. Come on, blacksmith. Okay. I've already been here. That's my 64 blackstone right there. I've already been here. This village was actually the desert village by our base, so I headed back without a gold ingot. Before I completely gave up though, I checked the village my base was in with absolutely no hope. It was here. The last one we needed. I finally got the 2nd gold ingot. Now all I needed to do was get some more gunmetal ingots. So I waited for everything to smelt up for the rest of the night. On day 29, I finished up making all the materials and parts for the gun. All that work, all that suffering, all that mining, all that adventuring. Damn. Hey, let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Unfortunately, the scope didn't really work with my shaderpack, but that was not really a big deal because I was going to get another scope for this gun anyway. Then I crafted some ammo for the gun and tried to test it out. Oh my. Craft a couple of these. Holy. Is this like a blood moon or something? Can I not sleep? Oh my gosh. How am I gonna do this without absolutely being mauled up? How do they see me from that far away? Look at him. Look at him. He sees me from that far away. Everyone within 20-mile radius is coming. Suddenly, I got a message that the horde stopped, so I slept through the night. But the zombie hordes won't go away until I defeat them. So on day 30, I went down to the level the zombies were at in my mind and made a system to farm them. Oh man, that's a lot of loot. Give me that, boy. Remember all that mining I did? Well, I forgot that I had quite a bit of diamonds from that expedition, so I used that to make some diamond armor. Ever heard of a biplane before? Well, today I figured out that I could make one. This biplane will help me navigate anywhere and will help me go to and from a second base when I build one. The base I have right now is kind of poo. The plane honestly isn't that expensive. It just requires a bit of iron. And to power the plane, it requires coal as fuel. So I went down into my mine to grab some more iron and coal for the plane I was making. When I resurfaced, I made some parts for the plane and I saw something horrible. Damn! That guy got a sword? Yeah, they're mutating. They're getting stronger. Got swords now. Never seen a zombie with a sword before. That's right. The zombies were getting better. More OP. This was definitely not good. And this is only difficulty level 15. It's gonna get way harder. Zombies will eventually be able to pearl to you and throw TNT at you. That's crazy. Anyway, I was short on resources for the plane still, so I kept mining through the night. On day 32, I finished up gathering resources for the plane and I made it. There's only one thing left to do before I can actually fly it. Alright, it did say, though, make sure your runway is long enough. So, we're gonna have to make a runway. So on day 32, I started making the runway. From mining, I got quite a bit of granite, so I used that material to make the runway. It honestly looks kind of ugly, but you know what? It's fine. So for the rest of the day, I built the runway. And on day 34, I finished the runway. Oh yeah, that's looking like a proper runway right there. Okay, place this down. No fuel. Do not fret. I think I put this, yeah, fuel slot. Boom. Oh shoot, we go. Oh shoot. Oh my. Hey, let's go. Yo, we could go anywhere now. This is sick. This is a nice little test drive, but I think it's time to go back now. All right, let's see if I can land back on the runway. All right. Oh shoot. Turn off the engine. Come on. Oh, we're good. We're gonna land short. Oh. Yes. Oh. That's beautiful. Dang, bro, that was sick. There's so many options now that we have unlocked. We can make like multiple bases. I think that's our next mission right there. On day 35, I got tired of hearing zombies lurking around and just making stupid noises. Honestly, they're meant to scare you, but they just piss me off at this point. Anyway, I planned to build a noise machine from redstone and pistons to attract them to the trap so I could finally kill them. Oh, wait, it's working. Oh. I lied. It did not work. It's day 36, so I started on a second base in another location. In order to safely get to that other location to build my base though, I would need more coal as fuel for the plane. So I went mining for the day and actually found very little. So on day 37, I went to a nearby cave. But there were zombies I had to kill first to get by and mine the coal they were guarding. Oh shoot, I got a virus. First time getting infected. And for the first time, I got a virus. If I didn't have that gold apple to cure me, I would have died. After that hiccup, I killed what remained of the zombies in the cave and mined some coal. I put the coal in the plane and went scouting for a good spot to make base 2. You know what? Here seems like a perfect place. Right here. After landing where I wanted to make the base, I started to reform the land so I could build on it. And just to be safe, I will be going back to my base when it comes to about nighttime because you never know if a horde's gonna spawn, you know? You always gotta be prepared. So I went back to base 1 to sleep. And for the entirety of day 39, I finished up terraforming so I could build my base for the next day. And on day 40, I formed my worst enemy. It was partially my fault, I admit it, but you'll see what happens. Oh! Okay. They're coming after me. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, bro. No, I didn't even mean to hit him. Ain't no way, man. There ain't no way. I'm back now. You guys happy? There's my zombie. Oh, shoot. Yo. People literally say elephants are smart, but they're clearly dumb because I obviously meant to shoot the zombie and not them. Anyway, I got back to what I was doing and started building base 2. That's gonna be the layout. So I'm gonna have this little, it's gonna be like an inner base. I'm gonna have a whole fencing coming around like this. So like an extra layer of protection basically. I headed back to base 1 and crafted up another scope for my GM6 Lynx. I did not craft the right scope. On day 41, I crafted some more scopes because they were not that expensive to make. This time I actually crafted the right one and it worked like a beauty. I made some ammo for it and it was ready. I wanted to continue working on my base, but I didn't have enough deep slate. So I went down to the old mine and got to work. While I was mining, I actually found gold. I legit thought it was impossible to find gold underground after I tried for like 2 days a while ago. And on day 42, I headed down to base 2 to keep working on it. I got the inner walls done, but still needed to do the roof, outside wall, and many other things. And on day 43, I mined deep slate for the whole day. On day 44, I realized I only had one more gold apple. So I went out and looked for an apple in the village I was at since I had enough gold, just no apples. I didn't find any, but when I returned to my base... What the heck is that? Yo, hold up. What are you? And by now, I'm sure you know the whole lore behind me hating elephants, so I got up on my base and I sniped them. Cold blood, just did it, because out of pure hatred, basically. And the elephant dropped a couple of emu eggs, so I threw them, and lo and behold... Yo. Bro, this is my new pet right here. This is my new pet. Hey. You wanna chill up here? Alright. You gotta name you like... Oh, wait, emu? Rhymes with Timu. I'm gonna name you Timu. Let's see if this guy has any good trades. His eyes are gone. Or he's just blinking for a really long time. Either one. Kinda creepy. Wait. Oh! Look at that. Look at that base. It's coming together. On day 45, I worked on base 2. I noticed that quite a bit of zombies were coming from a nearby cave, so I closed that off. It seemed to be working pretty well, trapping the zombies inside the cave, and all seemed perfect. But you know how this story goes. Whoa! Oh my god! I'm so lucky I prepared for this. Yo! My game lagging, bruh. God, oh my god. Lord have mercy. Whoa! Oh my gosh. They can teleport up here. This horde definitely caught me off guard. It was a true test to see if the base would hold against them. I was surrounded by zombies and thought there was no way out, but then I remembered the trap I built back at base 1. I replicated that trap back at this base and killed as many as I could. The horde ended and I could finally sleep through the night. The zombies were still there though, so on day 46, I finished up killing the horde. Good thing I didn't get caught in the horde yesterday. It would have been over. I looted their drops and kept building the base for the rest of the day. Also, I killed a zombie that had a backpack, so more storage, I guess. On day 47, I plan to get the materials to build the outer wall that will secure my base. It'll work as a second layer of protection, basically. Wait, what? You can make a connect 4? Oh, I kind of want to make that, but I'm broke, so yeah, I'm not doing that. I made it. Yeah, boy. Yo, it actually works. Who am I gonna play this with though? It's day 48, so I decided to make the walls out of acacia logs, which I already got, and cobblestone. I didn't have enough cobblestone, so I started a mine at base 2 to get some more. Then I put all the pillars of the wall up for a rough outline of what it would look like. And after that, I went back to mining for some more cobblestone for the wall. And on day 49, I kept mining, and when I got out, I was greeted with another one of those elephant wandering trader guys. Well, you know what's about to go down. I'm sorry. Now that that's out of the way, I used the cobblestone I mined to build the wall out of cobblestone walls. I built as much of the wall as I could, but I still needed more cobblestone, so I went back down mining. And it's day 50. We're officially halfway through already. This day marks a moment in history. I officially completed the wall. I was safe. For now. I made sure to lay everything up and I was good. I still have loads of plans for the base though, so keep that in mind. And one of those plans is making a second runway for the plane so I can go in between bases risk-free. All of these plans are completely ruined now because I might die and lose everything right now. No. Oh my gosh. Look how many, bruh. Okay, let's see how my walls will hold up. My walls seem to be holding up for now. No zombies were getting through. I made another one of those traps and farmed them until the horde stopped. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Day 50. Bad luck. On day 51, I finished killing the horde and looted the drops. And I temporarily used the roof of base 2 as a runway, but I plan to make another runway soon. And when I made it back to base 1, I found that Timu actually grew up. But that's besides the point because I was there to grab some more granite to make runway number 2. Oh, we have so much granite, it's crazy. Holy. I headed back and started to work on the runway. It was day 52 and I kept working on the runway until it was complete. And that's the runway complete. Next, I trimmed up the grass inside my base. I'm gonna make a farm so this land needs to be in pristine condition. Let's take this thing out for a test drive on our new runway. Let's see how this baby fly. Beautiful, man. Coming in hot. Park her up real nice. If there was a day to stock up on ammo, it would be today. That's because I haven't been in the presence of a horde for a while, but I can sense one coming up. So I went to base 1 where my gun workbenches were to restock on some more ammo. Wait, he dropped another egg. I'm gonna make you a dad. Don't worry, Timu. You'll be a dad soon. Anyway, I crafted the ammo and ran out of gunpowder. So I checked if I can make it, and you actually can. The requirements are rotten flesh, bone meal, and potassium, which makes salt sphere. Include coal and sulfur to the salt sphere, and that will make 3 gunpowder. So I started gathering those materials. So go like this. No. This. Yes, salt sphere. Alright, just craft a load of that. Alright, now, sulfur and coal to go along with it. Bang! On day 54, there was only one thing stopping me from getting crazy amounts of ammo. That being, I actually needed more copper for once, so I mined for that. While I was mining, I also came across some more potassium. I needed that because it was part of the gunpowder recipe. I then went to mine at base 1 after I cleared out base 2's mine. And at this point, I was basically mining for anything within the gunpowder recipe, so I got a bit of everything. On day 55, I picked up some potassium at base 2 and headed back. This is the one. This is the one. I'm calling it right now. This is the one. I used that potassium to make some more salt sphere, and with that combined with loads of coal and sulfur I got from mining, I got loads of gunpowder. Then I made loads more of ammo, and as I was playing around with my guns because I had loads of ammo, bro, I did not care anymore. I was just fully unhinged. I was going crazy. This happened. Get this deer though. Oh hell no, I'm leaving. Oh my gosh. I'm under pressure here. Land safely. Oh. No way another horde, man. Bro, I gotta get in here. Okay, there's one right outside my base. Alright, so the game plan was to wait until the horde ended to sleep, and then in the morning kill them all at once. There seemed to be loads more zombies this time around, and remember that the hordes only get stronger and stronger. I certainly didn't need a reminder of that though. Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure they turn into like nether zombies or something in the future. Like, it's actually gonna be crazy. These hordes are no joke. Anyway, I killed them and got their loot. I got a carrot and a potato from that. I could put those to good use by planting them in my future farm. On day 57, I thought long and hard for a way to kill the zombie horde when they approached my base. They would fear this base. This base would be the end to their evil forever. My plan was simple. Zombies will fall into a hole if a trapdoor was inside the hole. So I used that to my advantage and thought if I made holes with trapdoors around my base and filled the bottom of them with campfires, they would fall in and burn to death. So that was my new plan of action to prevent these zombies from getting up in my business. First though, I made an iron door to make my way in and out of base 2. Can't believe I didn't make an entrance earlier. You got something to say? Huh? You got something to say now? What about you? Oh! Okay, good thing that doesn't break block. Oh my. Yeah. Well, I'll give it to you. That was a hell of a response there. Say hello to my little friend. Yikes. Anyway, I started making the trench on the outside of the wall for my trap. I only was gonna do one side because campfires and trapdoors are really expensive to make. Plus, I'm lazy. After making the trench, it was time for the hard part. Making the materials for the trap would take loads of wood. I crafted what wood I had left into trapdoors and went to base 1 to farm trees there. It was clear though that my little tree farm just wouldn't cut it though. On day 59, I kept bone mealing and harvesting the trees until I had no bone meal left. I got some apples from the harvested trees and some spare gold to make another golden apple. I finished making the trapdoors, but I wasn't even close to finishing making the campfires. I need so much more wood, so I came up with a devious plan to get that wood. But that plan will have to wait because I got very interested in making a floor for my base, so I started doing that instead of being responsible and staying on task. On day 60, I executed my plan to get loads of wood. The plan was simple. Just tear apart a village. So that's exactly what I did. I needed the wood. It must be done. There was no other way. After making a couple villagers homeless, I headed back to base 2 and made all the campfires I needed for the trap. I had all the materials now, so I placed them in the trench. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, that looks tough. That looks sick. The trap was officially complete. Now I just needed a horde to test it out to see if it worked. And while I waited for the horde, I kept building the floor. The floor was so interesting to me that it was all I truly cared about. On day 61, I continued building the floor and got the job done. I had these brown banners from the houses I chopped down, so I hanged them up inside my base because I thought it was so tough. It wasn't. Oh, yep. Alright, they're coming from there. Holy. This was a big moment. Will I be successful, or will I have to think of a new way to kill these zombie hordes? Will they fall? Yes! Oh my gosh! Yes! Let's go! Let's go! There's no way this actually works so good. Every single one of them, they're done. They're done. They're actually done. There was only one problem. Zombie horses wouldn't fall in, so they were immune to the trap. And as we get deeper into these days, many more mobs will not fall into the trap, making it harder for the trap to do its job. That will definitely be a problem for another time though. But as of now, the trap did its job. All the zombies were dead. On day 62, I constructed a ladder up to the very top of the base and cleared out most of the zombie horses. I made my way outside and cleared out the rest of the mobs. And after that, I made sure to go in the trenches and snatch all of the loot. It's been a while since I've seen Timu at base 1, so I owed a visit to him. What's up, Timu? Bro, are you like infertile now? Like, where are the eggs at? This is the one. And then something clicked, a spark of motivation. So I decided that I wanted Timu at my main base. So I made my way back, got leads, and got back to get Timu transported to base 2. It's a bit late to get you moving, so I think I'll just sleep through the night, and daytime I'll get you going. Alright, time to get you going. Lead you up here. go. No, and... Oh, okay. The door just went... It just disappeared. And I placed it. Oh, shoot. And another one here. No way! No way! Let's go! Temu the second. Alright, let's go, guys. There's no way. Oh, okay. Go down carefully! Oh, where you at? Oh my gosh. Shoot. Yo, are you serious, man? Alright, we got baby Temu here. Yes. There was officially 2 Temus on base 2 now. I'll make sure to get them making babies as soon as possible. To do that though, you would need wheat, which requires a farm to produce. So that was my next goal. But first I forgot the plane at base 1, so I traveled back on foot to go there. On day 64, I went mining for iron because I'd need 2 buckets for an infinite water source for the farm back at base 2, and I only had 1 bucket. On day 65, I went back to base 2 and found out that baby Temu has grown up. Now I have no idea who's the OG Temu, but whatever. Anyway, I went to the nearest water source and filled up both of my buckets to make an infinite water source back at my base. Once I made the infinite water source, I started the farm up by plotting spots of water around my base. Alright, now time to hoe up all this land. Alright, that's all the land hoed, basically. On day 66, I planted what little seeds I had. I think I watched them grow for like 5 minutes for absolutely no reason whatsoever. What? These is piglins. Oh no, it's over. They aren't affected by the heat. Oh my gosh. Okay, the hordes finally stopped. That's right. As soon as I got this trap up, the horde evolved, and now the horde has made the zombified piglins who are immune to my petty campfire trap and won't burn. The next day, I had a brilliant idea. I would get in my plane and fly far away in hopes of despawning them. So that's what I did. And when I got back, they were gone. Oh my gosh, it worked. Not only did the piglins despawn, but there was still XP and drops I could collect. Oh my gosh. My XP! Holy man. Oh my gosh. The piglins drop loads more of gold nuggets, so I craft those into bars and made another gold apple. Just kidding, I couldn't find an apple like always. I saw my farm was suffering, so I went over to base 1 to see if there were any spare seeds to add to my farm. I found a potato and a carrot, so that was good. And on day 68, I headed back to base 2 and planted that potato and carrot. I also bred the Temus for the first time. Incest at its finest. And incest needs to be contained, so I enclosed them by making a pen for these guys to stay at. And now it's time for the big day. Today, I decided to try and acquire an enchantment table. I already had most of the materials I needed to make the enchantment table. I just needed 4 more obsidian. Luckily for me, I knew exactly where the obsidian was. I went to a nearby desert village blacksmith and got the obsidian from there. While we're at it, I'm gonna see if there's a librarian or something here. See if I can get some books by chance. I ended up discovering the librarian's house, which had loads of books. So that meant I could now get level 3 enchantments. I then headed back and made the enchantment table. Before I could start enchanting though, I would need to make an enchanting section within my base. So I started building that. Alright, this is my little space I made for it. Put that right there. Boom. Then I crafted up some bookshelves and I was ready to enchant. I had 42 levels, so the first thing I did was enchant my diamond armor. I got decent enchantments, but I wanted to enchant more, so I yearned to get more diamond armor. I only had diamond leggings and boots for now. On day 70, I loaded up on ammo, and I mean loaded up on ammo. I continued to breed the Temus and started building a mine at base 2. Come on, I'm actually feeling these. These ones are hatching. Bruh. Kimmers. Mine. There we go. On day 71, I made the mine entrance and started a staircase to go deeper. I was short on coal, which I needed to run the plane, so I mined for that. I eventually stumbled upon some, but I realized that I could get fortune with my new enchantment table. Lucky for me, I got fortune too, so I went back down and mined the coal. However, that luck didn't last for long. A horde just started. The same zombified piglins came along into the trap, so I planned to do the exact same thing I did last time to get rid of them. So on day 72, I got on my plane and did a big loop, and when I came back, they were gone. I looted everything up as usual and made 2 more gold apples. I still needed coal badly, so I visited the nearby village to get some. I also found some cabbage and tomato I could plant back at the base. I got some more ores and headed back before dark. On day 73, I planted the cabbage and tomato seeds. However, I had big plans ahead. I wanted full diamond armor, but I also wanted the right enchantments for it. So my new plan was to create something called a gyrodyne. I think that's how you say it. It basically runs off of your hunger, but it's 2 seats, so I can transport 2 villagers to base 2. And once I obtain those 2 villagers, I can get them breeding and make as many villagers as I want. They will all be librarians who will each have their own unique enchantment books, which I could buy and put on my diamond armor to be more powerful. To make the gyrodyne, first I would need sails, which require string and carpet, which I didn't have enough of. And as I was going to check for string and carpet at base 1, I stopped to look by the Taiga village, and all the villagers were gone by now. RIP. On day 74, I traveled to the desert village where I found sheep I could use to make carpet. I decided to explore further and found a desert castle, which I may or may not have visited. I don't remember. I saw some carpet from a distance, so I immediately landed to get that. After I got carpet and stuff, I made my way back to base 2 and realized that I still had absolutely no string. At least I got some carpet though. So on day 75, I was out for string. I observed that there were cobwebs on the nearby trees, so I crafted a sword and took all the cobwebs I could. If you didn't already know, cobwebs drop string. And while I was out and about, I farmed some naturally generated crops, so I got loads more of seeds. However, I only got 4 string. I would need 6 to craft 2 sails, so I kept looking. I then stopped by a nearby city and got the rest of the string I needed. Also, while I was there, I looted a couple chests. And when I got back, I crafted the sails. All I needed now was some more iron and wood, and I could make the gyrodyne. Anyway, I got the seeds I collected on a whim and planted them. And I think my farm was all for nothing because I don't think they ever grew. I planted them while they were in a season where they couldn't grow. So yeah. On day 76, I mined for some iron to make the gyrodyne. And when I resurfaced, it was night. Ooh, it's nighttime. What? Feeling of impending dread. So that means there must be a horde coming. And for the whole night, I couldn't sleep, but there wasn't a horde either, so that was strange. All I needed now were some logs. So I went to the tree farm at base 1 and got logs from there. And now I could finally make it. But before I did that, I decided to check out this wandering trader who was by my base for quite some time now. What's up, villager? Got anything good? Sombrero. It's 20 emeralds, bruh. 20 emeralds? I got 1 emerald. Nah, there's no way I only have 1 emerald. Hold up. I knew I had more. I'm back. Give me that. I know you robbed me, but whatever. Hey, hold up now. Hold up. Highlight of the video right here. After doing all that random stuff, I finally got back on track and made the gyrodyne. Dang, bro. Okay. Come on. Oh. Dang. Oh, so it's like a helicopter, eh? Yeah, it's literally like a helicopter. Yo, I could go anywhere now. It is taking quite a bit of hunger, though, as you can see. Oh, shoot. Had to interrupt everything, didn't you? Just had to interrupt everything. Oh, wow. They're so fast, man. They could probably outrun me. I'm not even joking. Oh, by the way, I forgot to patch up the staircase I made to get the mob drops from the trap, so that trap was basically ineffective. On day 78, I took out the plane to try and unload the zombified piglins. But oh, man, there was a lot of them. Holy man. Oh, my God. Oh my gosh. And when I got back, they were all gone. It was now time to get the villagers. So I took out the gyrodyne and went to the desert village. But the villagers were in danger and I had to save them, like the nice person I am. Alright, there's immediately a zombie. That is not good. Hold up, we're gonna have to kill this boy. Do it. Do it. Alright, you're coming with me. You're going the right... Nope. You're going the right direction. Get in. Just get in. Just get in. No! Yes! Let's go. He's in. Yeah, boy. Alright. Then I went back to the village and got some lecterns from the nearby library. Yep. Say bye to your family. Hey, you look like you're happy about it, but just say bye to your family. You doing a little dance too? You don't even care, bro. I transported the second villager back to base, and now I had all I needed to get the crazy enchantments for my armor. On day 79, the Timu population issue was starting to become a real issue. They were getting really annoying. I put that to the side though and transported the villagers to floor 2 on the base. I placed the lecterns down and they were officially librarians. It's quite a process to get the right enchantment. You basically have to keep breaking and placing a lectern to reset the villagers' trades until basically you get the right enchantment book you need. But in order to lock in the villagers' trades, I would need to trade with them so they won't reset their trades. The most cheap way to do this was by trading them 24 paper. The problem though is that I didn't have enough paper, so I went out to get some sugarcane to make it into paper. I couldn't find any close to the base, so I took out the gyrodyne. I stopped by this one bay that had loads of sugarcane, so I grabbed that and dipped. On day 80, I pursued my gambling addiction. What's some good pastime right now? See if we could get a good enchantment. We do got 46 levels. It wouldn't even hurt. Yeah, like it literally wouldn't hurt. Just a random stone pickaxe. It wouldn't hurt to do one more. You know what? Just one more. Just one more. Okay, this is trash. But still. After gambling away all my levels, I made my way over to the Taiga village to get beds for the villagers so they can breed and make babies. Alright, I'll be right back. You guys do your thing. Wait, did they do the thing? Hey, let's go. Alright, you guys can breathe a couple more. That happiness was short-lived though. I knew this day would come. I'm sorry. I went over to where my teamers were and I killed a lot of them. I overpopulated them and they were lagging my game out and causing too much noise. Sorry, but it must be done. On day 81, I kept breeding the villagers. I also kept pursuing my gambling addiction and hit big. I got fortune 3 on my iron pickaxe. Then I went to the villagers and started resetting their trades over and over in hopes of a protection 4 buck. Unfortunately, I was interrupted by another horde, but this horde was different. They had evolved even more. There was now zombified piglins and hoglins now that wouldn't fit in the trap, along with more horses, and it was all just bad. Imagine I let them all in right now. Oh, holy. Whoa. Dude, bro. Oh my gosh. Bro, reload. God damn. Reload, bro. This guy's not dying. Oh my gosh. On day 82, I immediately booked it and left on my plane. I hoped when I got back that my villagers would still be alive. And when I got back, some mobs despawned, but not all mobs. To worsen this situation, I also lost a villager somehow. And then I proceeded to have the worst idea possible to kill the remaining mobs. Can I shoot from my quadcopter thing? Hold up. Hey, hold up. What happened? It was over. Mobs surrounded me. I had no stuff. It was just simply over. I had to kill my corpse once again to retrieve my stuff. But the mobs seemed to be protecting my corpse for some reason. So that was a big problem. And I continued to fight for my stuff. I just hoped that my corpse wouldn't despawn with all my stuff. You know what? I'm going out. Biggest mistake of my life. Biggest mistake of my life. On day 83, I continued fighting for my stuff. I need my stuff. 3v1. I'm the clutch master. Don't question me. Don't question me. He hits me one more time, I'm dead. Oh, maybe not. Give me food. Where's my food at? Oh my gosh. Let's go, man. Let's go. Finally, I got everything back. There's only one problem. Where did my vehicle go? The one that I fell out of? Yeah, where'd that go? I searched and searched, but I ultimately came to the conclusion that it's probably been broken down into item form and just despawned. Sad day. On day 84, I continued to try and get protection 4. I realized that in order to apply a protection 4 book to armor, I would need loads of iron for an anvil. Conveniently though, iron golems are spawning around, so I farmed those guys for iron. Almost died a couple times, but whatever. And on day 85, it happened. Yes. Let's go. I immediately traded with them and got the book. Now all I needed was an anvil. So for the rest of day 85, I farmed iron golems. On day 86, I decided to spare the iron golems for once and actually mined for the iron. Luckily for me, I had a fortune 3 pickaxe that I got earlier, so I got enough iron in no time. I also needed more diamonds to make a full set of diamond armor, so I mined for those as well. And on day 87, I kept mining. By the time I resurfaced, I had everything I needed to get fully stacked. I made a full set of diamond armor, repaired my leggings, and added protection 4 to my chest plate. I was fully set for whatever was coming my way now. Okay, where did the rest of you guys go? They're just gone, I guess. Yeah, anyway, on day 89, I got restocked on ammo. Probably enough to last the rest of the 100 days for sure. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to retire the sombrero and replace it with the good old diamond helmet. Dang, you will not be forgotten. I'm gonna shoot these guys off the balcony. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, whoa! 4 baby temus just came out of 1 egg. That's crazy, man. On day 90, it was time to plan for day 100. I was kind of thinking a bit stupider and thought it would be fun to get some fireworks going with the rest of my gunpowder. I would make a fireworks station and set it off on day 100 and fly through the fireworks off into the sunset. But before everything, I had to kill more temus. I'm sorry, but I didn't kill enough the first time. They were just lagging my game up. And as I finished up and threw what was left of the temu eggs, something magical happened. Whoa. It's the golden child. I just had a feeling that it served such a greater purpose. So I killed every other temu because the golden one was just superior. And every other bloodline of the temu species just had to go. The true temu has arrived. By the way, I'm absolutely disgusting for killing every single one of those temus, but still. Anyway, I got back on track and started being productive again. I made the firework rockets, and now all I needed to do was build a contraption to set them off on day 100. And so I made a dispenser, got some redstone parts, and that was all the materials I would need to make the contraption. On day 91, I made the contraption and tested it out. It seemed to be working great. Then a feeling of impending dread came. That's the message for when there's supposed to be an active horde and you can't sleep, but there was no horde. I just couldn't sleep. Weird. Something was up, so I made a diamond sword and enchanted it just in case all else failed. When I came out of my base, Golden Temu grew up. I finally made it through the morning. I was feeling so good, I did a tour of the base that was absolutely useless. Since you guys haven't skipped to this part, right? Well, if you did, you're in for a treat because another horde started, and this one seemed to be crazy. There were so many zombies on horses that barely any mobs from the horde went into my trap. And the next day, I booked it on my plane once again, but this time they were following me. It was crazy. I headed back and every mob despawned, for the most part. Why are there so many? It was now time to make a monument. Inside the monument, there will be all my valuables, so if any other player discovers this base, they will be able to survive and hopefully have what's needed to help them find a cure like I never could. On day 94, I continue building the monument. Thou shalt bring cure to hopeless, disgusting world. Perfect. On day 96, I gathered an egg from the Golden Temu, and it hatched. Unfortunately, this was also a sad day because I was about to leave soon, and I couldn't leave these guys trapped forever, and I decided to let them free into the wild to grow their own Golden Temu bloodline. And then a horde started. All of the normal zombies fell into the trap, but most were still alive on horses with tridents like absolute losers. Oh my god! You scared me, bro. Yo, this guy's... Holy crap. Holy... Ugh. Holy man, that guy was fast, bro. Oh my gosh. In the morning, I went on my plane to escape once again. The hordes evolved so much. At the start, it was only a couple of zombies. On day 98, I guarded the base. It was day 99, so I put most of my valuables in the monument in hopes of someone coming across it one day. Damn, bro. It's really about to be day 100. Let's go. Oh, it's time, guys. Let's get this plane in the right position here. Alright, guys, we gotta be fast for this celebration. Let's go! It's time. We go! Yes, sir! Oh, shit. Oh my gosh. Yes. Look at those fireworks. Hopefully the next person can cure this virus. I, however, could not. I've made it. Now all I have to do is watch the sunrise for day 100. Day 100. Day 100. Oh, it's beautiful. I have escaped to find a new life, leaving behind all my valuables to someone who, if they find my base who's alive, can possibly find a cure, but I'm off. See you guys in the next video. Peace.